Hey friends, so I am not filming in my office for once. I am out at the Botanical Gardens in Springfield. I needed out of the house after a stressful weekend. That started with a really stressful event when I was trying to leave. I'll tell you about that while I'm walking around, but it is so beautiful out here today. It's only like 70 degrees, but 70 and sunny is so different from 70 and cloudy, and there is not a cloud in the sky. Hang on, I'll show you. Okay, this is my view from the little, what do you call this, a rotunda, I guess, that I'm sitting in. It is so beautiful. I'm out in the little herb garden section of the Master Gardener area. And yeah, like I said, no clouds whatsoever. So we are going to explore a little bit. I was just walking down this path and I got hit with the strongest scent. And I'm pretty sure it's the sage right here. That doesn't smell like it though. I can't tell what herb is so powerful, but something over here is very strong smelling. I just kneeled down here to look at this because of the interesting name. And right next to me, I don't know if they'll show up on camera, but there are approximately 1 million bees. They seem to love whatever that herb is, which I don't know plants. I am not a botanist. There's a running joke with my best friend. One time we were at the little herb garden in the UK at Epcot, and I kept like looking at plants and trying to guess what they were, and I'd be like, oh, is this rosemary? Is this mint? Is this whatever? And finally, I was looking at the door to go back into the little tea shop, and I said, oh, can we go in that way? And she looks at me and goes, I don't know. I'm not a botanist. Okay, I just got so confused leaving the Master Gardener because there's this one huge tree, and I thought there were like a million of these right here. So am I remembering incorrectly? Like, they obviously didn't move the trees, or did they? I'm so confused right now. I'm sure this is where those trees were. Like, I can probably pull up old video clips. Maybe I'm thinking of a different area. I have to be thinking of a different area. I'm so curious what the wood is for and what it has done to land itself in this jail. It's got to have something to do with the gardening, but it's all like locked up in this little cage. Okay, I know this is not what this means, but for some reason Master Gardener's hotline makes me think of like, you're calling up this number and they're like, hey, Master Gardener's here. What can I do for you? I probably need to get out more. Oh, there's a really cute little robin here. Don't fly away, robin. You're so cute. Are you a brooding mother? I'm not here to hurt you. Go about your business. I just think you're cute. Look at how cute you are. Look at how cute you are. I am so bummed. Right when I was on my way to the butterfly garden, which is like right back there, this, I guess it's a high school group, showed up, and like 100 kids got off this bus, and like at least 50 of them went in the little butterfly enclosure. And I'm like, okay, we're just gonna wait for a few minutes, but I have the most beautiful spot out here. There's a kid in a suit and a top hat, and like, I'm hot in a t-shirt, so I hope his day's going okay. Most of the lily garden wasn't blooming yet, but the last time I was here was in the winter, so it's so much nicer now that there are actually flowers, and they're gorgeous. This is such a weird little section. I feel like there were sunflowers here the last time I was here. Maybe that's what these are. But it feels very like walking through the wilderness. It kind of reminds me of Florida, honestly. Let's see what happens if we go this way. Yeah, I remember taking photos here in the winter, but I don't remember what was growing on these. I love when you do something in public and then you remember you're in public. There was an earthworm, like a big one over here in this little path. And so obviously I stopped and grabbed a stick to pick it up and kind of fling it over into the shade because it was gonna fry out there in the sun and we don't want that. Check out the fountain, by the way. Whoop. And then I realized all these people, I mean, at least that's a good thing to be seen doing. But it looks funny when you're suddenly stopping and flinging this poor creature 10 feet off the pathway and into the shade. I'm gonna try to go in the butterfly garden now. I'm assuming that they probably didn't stay in there that long. It's been maybe 15 minutes since the group got here, so hopefully it'll have cleared out a little bit and I can go in and enjoy butterflies with it being a little less crowded. I wonder what their field trip is about. Is this a botany thing or what's going on? So I asked about these little pods in the trees, and it turns out that they are going to become these really beautiful moths. I forgot what they were called, but they are so cool looking, and I'm excited that they are being kept safe in here.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. You have to get its straw nose on and then just get going.
Have you been to the butterfly house in Branson?
No.
That's a place.
Possibly land on it. I wonder if they didn't.
Yeah, don't swing at it if it lands on you. You don't want to hurt the butterfly.
Okay.
So the map glass was kind of foggy, but just to give you an idea, that's where the lake is. The butterfly house is where we are now. Up here is where we were earlier. Oh, I forgot I was going to go out to the little cemetery homestead. Oh, completely forgot. Oh well, next time. Anyway, someone yarn bound the statue, and it's amazing. And given that I'm going through a time of change, I was really drawn to this magic of metamorphosis sign. And why is it only for kids that you're supposed to imagine how you might transform? What if I want to be a butterfly? Come on. So one of the interesting things here, this is also a memorial garden, so not a cemetery, but there are little memorial plaques. And I like to stop and read. I love it. It's such a creep filming this bird take a bath. Carry on. Okay, I'm not the only creep that bird's watching on there. One of my favorite things are these statues that are out here in the winter garden. My friend Debbie and I did a full-on photo shoot with these one time. They're just so beautiful in this setting. Looks like she's been recently cleaned. Maybe not. Okay, I had to switch to my really ugly Polaroid sunglasses because I was getting a headache from the sun, and apparently Polaroid sunglasses help with that. But I am at one of my favorite parts of the Botanical Garden, and that is the statue of Ruth Drummond. The lake is named after here. Insert clip of lake here. Ooh. But let me flip the camera around and show you why I love this statue. So the main thing that I love is she is not looking at her book, which if you look at it down here, she has her glasses, but she's not looking at her book. She is looking out. Let me get in her eye line here. She is looking out at the lake that is named after her. And I like to think that there was a cool bird, or maybe she read something that really she had to stop and ponder. But yeah, that's Ruth Drummond, and this is the lake that's named after her. I need to look up her history. She deserves a video. Okay, pausing here, because it turns out I'm an idiot. I don't know where I got the name Ruth. I swear it was Ruth. But no, her name is Anne. So if you've been yelling at me, I found out. Okay, maybe I do owe her a whole video now because, oops. I was reading the stones and I am now so curious what a fog president is. If you look way out in the distance there's a little underpass that we're going to be visiting in a second. Okay, this is the spot I was showing you from way up by the barn. I've only seen a train use that track once, but that is a major highway, and then you can go underneath through the tunnel there. There's a turtle. Hang on, I'm gonna have to go investigate this. Okay, I don't know my turtles that well, so if you know what species this is, please leave me a comment and tell me if you can tell from this video. Don't know what you are. I wish I could get closer and see. Oh, are you gonna come over here? Come into the light. Let me see you. Let me not drop my phone into the water here. Oh, if you come down here, I'll be so happy. But by the way, if you're a turtle, like, how pretty of a place to live is this? There are usually little fish down here in the water, and obviously plenty of insects. You came closer. Oh. Okay, now I'm even more excited because that is a snapping turtle. I'm pretty sure it's an oh, did you hear your name? Pretty sure it's an alligator snapping turtle. I'm in mud. I'm not a threat, friend. Go about your business. You do you, friend. Oh, I could hang out here all day. So cute. Okay, I've never really walked through here, so I have to check this out a little bit. Not in the best shape, but very cool looking. And cool. I'm guessing that's mold, because we are right by water. Hello, friends. I have no idea what kind of fish these are, but they're cool. If you know, please tell me. Okay, so apparently we're now at the question and answer part of the video, but anyone know what this plant is? You would think there'd be a sign, but this is very cool. Oh hey, right after I said I've only seen a train here once. What great timing. I don't know why I have to do this every time I'm here. I don't know, it just amuses me. Okay, so I found a nice shady little spot here where I can fill you guys in. I usually love to walk around the lake anytime I'm here, but ooh, we got some ears happening here. I've already walked like a mile and a half, so I love this little pagoda. Such a pretty place to stop. So I am going to head over. I might go to Hy-Vee and get a juice. I need something. When I lived in Florida, I said 73 was the minimum acceptable temperature. It's only 72 today, but no clouds. It's warm. So I went to fill up my water bottle this morning, and at first I only filled it like half full because I'm still used to winter. I should walk this way. And then I was like, no, dude, take a whole liter. You're gonna want it. And I had that moment of thinking, should I just take like a whole gallon with me? I thought, no, it's like 70 degrees. I don't need a whole gallon. The speed with which I drank that entire liter. So now I'm gonna have to like stop somewhere and get water because your girl is hydrated. I drink water all the time, but I should know this net by now. Like in the winter, I only drink like a liter a day, liter and a half, but summer, give me all the water. So that's our little errand between here and my next stop. Ooh, mystery. I always do this to myself. Please let me know if you guys do too, so I'll feel better. I'll be out somewhere and I'm like, should I stop? Should I leave? And I'll be like, no, I'm not tired. I'm not hot. I'm good. And then all of a sudden it hits. I'm walking uphill, by the way. I'm not winded for no reason. But it's like it comes out of nowhere. And then you are hot and you are tired and you are thirsty. And I really have to get better about like not making myself sick because I'm really bad about that. I'm letting my car air out a little bit, but I'm so dumb. I just walked up to my car and I saw something like hanging off the bottom and I'm like, I've never noticed that before. What is going on? So I'm like down there like on the ground trying to see what it is. And I'm like, oh well, I'll look at it when I get home. I gotta open the door, not my car. We're gonna go somewhere cool now. So my pass to the aquarium recently expired, and given the whole just lost my job thing, it doesn't seem like a good time to renew it. So I had an idea. What kind of things can we do at Bass Pro for free? Let's find out. At first I was really sad not to be going to the aquarium today because seeing fish just chills me out so much, but I wound up having a pretty good time working on a video about free things to do here that's going to be separate. But like I had never gone into any of these little free museums, and honestly this stuff isn't really my thing. I'm not into hunting or fishing. I'm just here to see the octopus most days. But just walking around I still had a lot of fun. I was really bummed because I'd planned to get a drink here because I needed hydration, but they changed the coffee shop to Black Rifle, and I don't do Black Rifle, so I just went without. Cute raccoon, poor guy. I'm so excited. I was just looking in this pond. Look at that guy. I bet they're 90 years old. It's a large friend. Like, look at them compared to this tree. I wonder if I can get a better view. Look at you, you're so chunky. Wait, is there an arowana or a gar? I might be wrong. Either way, cool. It's hard to tell from up here. Oh, they're so cool. So is it just me, or are these flip-flops a $70 blister waiting to happen? Look how rough that is. Why? Okay, I stopped at the little cafe considering buying ice cream, not for $7, but then I noticed this goose. Did they cut a goose in half to make this ceiling art? Not just one goose. There were like a bunch of geese. Why? Where's the rest of the goose? Honestly though, the ceiling in here is very cool. So, like I mentioned, most of the museums here are really not for me, but I still wanted to make the video showing that they have the free museums. I got interested when I found the displays in the archery museum on women archers. I was like, oh, okay, now I'm interested. And then they also had some on indigenous people. So that got my attention, and it made me a little bit more interested in just continuing to look around, even though this would normally not be my thing at all. Like, I've been going to this aquarium for like 4 years, and I've never gone in any of these museums before. They had Geronimo's bow, which I thought was really interesting and unique. Kind of worth going in there just to see that. But then over on the, I forget what it was called, but like the other weapon side of the place, you can tell I am an expert on this. They had some, I can't believe these words are coming out of my mouth, but they had some interesting guns. Like there was one owned, or two I guess, owned by Annie Oakley. And just like from a history perspective, I think that's interesting. When I went downstairs, I was so happy that I caught one of the penguins. They're not there that often. I have theme music. Yeah, my hair looks insane at this point. My goodness. So, get away from the music here. I'm doing the thing this time where I'm leaving, even though I still had other stuff I wanted to do. I remembered on my way out that there was another museum, but in there that I didn't make it to, at least one. I was like, I thought there were some, but yeah, my headache has been getting progressively worse from being out in the sun earlier, I'm assuming, and probably lack of sleep. But I have walked like 2.5 miles today. It was like 1.5 miles at the Botanical Gardens and then another mile around Bass Pro. And I know it's usually like 1 mile when I'm in the aquarium, but whew, just walking around the store 1 mile. So I just passed the aquarium like ticket booth. Adult annual passes are $90 now. They used to be $70, and then they went up to $75, and I was like, okay. Now they're $90. I don't know, like, I come here often enough that it's justified, but I might wait until Black Friday, because they're usually at the child price then. Yay, car. The right car this time. But I don't know, especially right now, I definitely cannot justify 90. I was prepared for like 80, but okay, I'm gonna go home and cool off. Oh hey, here's where editing crystal pops in at the end of the video and tells you that I thought this was gonna be a weekly vlog, but no, the one day was like already over 20 minutes, so I'm just gonna cut it here. I will start vlogging again tomorrow. Hopefully I'll get grades for some of my final projects, and hopefully I'll have nice things to share with you. Thanks for watching. Bye.